In this video, we're going to be looking at Updates, which is an app within Teams similar to Approvals. Updates allows users to create, submit and review employee updates. Some of the examples Microsoft have given are weekly project updates, incident reports, performance reviews and more. So let's have a look. Updates can be found in the chat box of Teams and Chats, so we're going to do this one in a team. So when you go to start a new post or chat message, the icon might be in your toolbar, or it might be on these three little dots, and then you can search for it and load it this way. You can start from blank, but let's start with a template for now. So there's a range of choices here, and with the template the questions asked are preset. So with weekly updates it asks you for any key updates you may have, what work you completed this week, any plans for next week. It asks if you need any support and so on. If we go back and take a quick look at incident report, you've got incident name, date, location, and questions specifically for that template. Now, if we pick the weekly update template, you can then edit the update request. So if we were to click on a question, you can actually change the question. You can change if the question is required or not, what type of answer is required. You can also move it up and down, or you can delete it or copy it. You can also use the Add New box to add new questions, and you have three options. So you have a choice, a text question, or a date field. Once you're happy, you can hit Next. You then have a few more options before publishing, so you can choose to require a file to be attached. So if you want people to upload a PDF or a Word document, you can do that. Advanced settings are switched on this template as it's a weekly request. So this saves you from requesting an update every single week. It does automatically. So you can choose one time every week or every month. You can then select the day of the week and also a time for it to send. And it also says here that it will remind submitters 2 hours before the due time to submit their update. When you're ready, you can hit Publish, and everyone in that team or that chat will start getting update requests. Now, before we look at submitting an update, I'm just going to go back into the Updates app. And you can see that it's now changed. So at the top here, you have the option to either write an update or request an update. The weekly update that we just published is also listed here under Scheduled. General updates tend to be like one-off updates that have been requested as opposed to a scheduled one. If you have multiple scheduled updates, there's a See All button here. This will take you to this section where you can see all of your scheduled updates, and you can also flick between that and your general updates that have been requested. So now we'll just quickly look at a blank request just to show you what that looks like. So if I press Request and start from blank, you can see that you've got a template title, you've got those same options to add a choice, a text field or a date, and then it's exactly the same options as you go through as when you pick a normal template. So if we come out of here, and in my main channel, or if you're in a chat, it'll be in your chat, you can see I have requested an update here. If I click Write Update, you can see the form here for me to enter my update. So I've now gone through and written some text in, and we'll hit Submit. And back in the post, if I click on Review, you can now see my update here. If we click View Entire Series, it will actually take us to the app itself. So as you can now see, we're actually in the Updates app. This can be found in the left toolbar here, and you can just search for updates. You can of course pin this to your toolbar if you want to, like this. So this is the main home page under the Submit tab. So if you have any scheduled updates, they will be listed here. So for example, those that have a specific time or date that are reoccurring. Your general one-off updates will show under General, and then Submissions, so you can see this is the submission that I just made here. We then have the Review section at the top here. So this is a great place to keep tabs on your updates. So again, you've got Scheduled, General, and anything that's been received is down here. So on this scheduled one, it gives you a great little overview. So you can see that 50% of the people who need to submit have done so. 1 submitted, 1 unsubmitted, and it tells you the due date as well. You can click into that and it will take you back to this section where you can see the submissions. You can also click on this little info button so you can see the title of the weekly update, when it's due. You can see who assigned it, who has viewed it, and also the submitters. So that'll be anyone in the chat or the team. Lastly, there's this create and manage templates button up here. So here you can see all your updates. You can create new ones using the new template button. And you can edit or end update requests here too by disabling them. So to do this, you can click on the actions button at the end. So you can either edit an existing update, which is really handy. Say if it weekly was too often, you want to change it to monthly, you can do that here. Or you can disable the update. So if you disable it, it won't send update requests anymore. So you can see that I've now disabled that, but if we go back to actions, we can easily enable it again too. So that is the Updates app.